Hello everyone, I'm Xiao Gang. Let's take a look at this save configuration example. Actually, this save configuration example is very similar to what we did when setting up the second part. Here, you need to manually adjust SaveConfig if you modify this text, otherwise it will only be in the direct memory and won't be written back to the configuration file. So we write a method here to manually change the yboard's direct value. Then we wrote it here. Very similar to this place. Its configuration value will be rewritten to 30, right? So here we write a method called modify mycontair Mabel. Okay, after writing it here, we can take a look. He gets the mutable CDO object of this model. He needs to change the value inside it. We just need to swap it here. We need to change this value to 120. And then here, he needs to save this thing. So this is perfect for the paste to complete path. Obviously, it should be. You see, let him take a look here. It passes. Let's check passing an empty path. If it is empty here, if there is something, he uses. If there is nothing, he will look for it through getConfigs fairlamp. Let's see if this method can successfully save it. Okay, let's try it next. Okay, then we'll just use this number 4 here. Use this number 4. And here, our function is modify. Configura. Okay, let's pass an empty one and see if it works. Okay, here we are. Then we change. I've already pressed 4. Let's take a look here. Well, it hasn't actually changed here, right? Then let's start it again. Still, pressing 4 doesn't do anything. We can set a breakpoint for everyone. See, after pressing 4 and entering, we can see this path. It's empty here. So this bet, it seems it won't work. We have to manually specify this path. As for this path, we know it is configured in the file. We just need to copy this path over. Okay, let's run it again now. Okay, it's now started. Let's press the button. Let's observe it again. Let's take a look here. Look at this ini file, because we noticed it also changed to 420, right? So this is actually fine. This way we can modify its value, but then you'll notice it's still 30 here. But in reality, the value of this CDO here has already changed. Let's set another breakpoint to show you. Right here. Right here. Actually, this value itself has already changed. We press yes. You can see here, the variable here has been optimized. Okay, let's ignore it. You can see, as long as we restart, it becomes 1020. Because you modified the ini file, you change this value, you change the CDO value. After you change it, maybe some of your instances values, it didn't change accordingly. You'll need to restart it if you haven't changed this default value. It will change along with your default value. If you have changed the default value, it will follow the default value you set. You can see, here we start it up. See, it becomes 420. Anyway, regarding this configuration, everyone should pay attention to these when using it. There are some such details that need attention. Okay, so that's basically it for the configuration. That is, you can use this configuration, write this configuration onto the class. Then when it initializes, it can read this configuration. If you need this configuration, you can save it back. Then you need to manually get its CDO object and then call SaveConfig. You can also, of course, write your own II file. For the II file you write yourself, you can manually read and write these files anywhere. But if you use this gaming approach, you might need to pay attention to your writeback. It may not always succeed, okay? So the configuration is roughly like this. Next are some console commands to create some simple sounds. Let's take a quick look. But when you configure it, you can configure not just int and bool and lifts, but also various structures. None of that is a problem. It's recommended that you write your own TryUpdateDefaultConfigFile file. Don't mix it with their engine, ini. That would cause quite troublesome issues. Okay, we'll stop here for this session. Thank you, everyone.